Hola, buenos días. Este video es para hablar de unos pronombres relativos en español. So we're just going to look at a couple or a few relative pronouns in Spanish. They are here in the chart at the top, the four that, I'm sorry, the eight that we'll be talking about. Plus, I have an extra one here at the bottom. We'll get to in a minute. Perhaps you've learned some relative pronouns before in Spanish, and I know that some of my students learn que and quien as relative pronouns before they learn these ones. These ones are just a little bit, they're not much more, but just maybe a little bit more complicated than the other two. So I thought I'd make a video on it. And these typically can mean to whom, or sorry, whom, which, who, the ones who, or the ones that, and more. And I can use these pronouns in place of que and quien to perhaps show a stronger relationship or provide stronger emphasis. And these ones also typically come after prepositions like a, con, sin, de, and I put these in blue so that in the sentences, the example sentences that I gave you, you can see that I'm using prepositions. When you're doing or when you're using these relative pronouns, you do need to keep in mind gender and number of what it is that you're talking about. So you'll notice up here I have this broken down for you in masculine, feminine, and in singular, plural forms. And you'll see how they change when we get down to here some examples. So let's go look at some of these. So first example is right here. Me gusta el restaurante en el que los meseros trabajan rápidamente. So I like the restaurant in which the waiters work quickly. Now, I could go back to that other pronoun que, and I could just say me gusta el restaurante en que los meseros trabajan rápidamente, and it would be perfectly correct. There's nothing wrong with that. The el que just kind of shows a greater emphasis on what I'm talking about. And notice that it's el, okay, because the restaurant is masculine. If they were restaurants I'm talking about, it'd be me gustan los restaurantes and los que. I would change it to los because I'm referring to something plural, masculine, restaurantes. Let's take a look at the next example. Ellas son las estudiantes sin las cuales no podemos continuar. So they're the students without whom we can't continue. So you'll notice that the whom part is both plural and feminine, las cuales. And I also want you to show you that there's that preposition there, sin, without before it, just so you can see that. And also, I thought I'd give you this example. I could also rewrite this sentence with the pronoun, the relative pronoun quien if I wanted to. It would sound like this. Ellas son las estudiantes sin quienes no podemos continuar. So I'd make the quien plural because I'm talking about students, but I could use that if I wanted to. It's just a different way of saying it. One more example. Vi la película en la que la protagonista muere. So I saw the movie in which the protagonist dies. There's the preposition en before it, and then la, que, it's la because movie is feminine. Just a couple notes here. In formal uses such as writing, it is more common to use the various versions of el cual rather than el que. Often, however, el que and el cual are interchangeable. So let's take a look at the following two sentences and how they can actually be translated in the same fashion. No sabemos las condiciones bajo las que la gente abandonó la ciudad de Teotihuacán. O no sabemos las condiciones bajo las cuales la gente abandonó la ciudad de Teotihuacán. So both of those sentences really mean we don't know the conditions under which the people abandoned the city of Teotihuacan. Bajo there is my preposition, and then las que and las cuales. Neither of those is more right than the other. You might ask a Spanish speaker, they might say which one sounds better to them, but neither of them is technically wrong. So you can really, a lot of times, interchange them. I've found that a lot of times the cual, el cual, los cuales, etc., those ones are often used more often with people, but they don't have to be. You could use the que as well if you wanted to. And just kind of a bonus pronoun here for you, relative pronoun, is the word cuyo. Cuyo means whose. And I'll give you some examples here. Just make sure that it agrees in gender and number with whatever it is you're talking about. Here's a couple examples. Ella es la estudiante cuya tarea es tarde. So she's the student whose homework is late. Or es el maestro cuyas lecciones son muy buenas. He's the teacher whose lessons are really good. So make sure that the cuya agrees with not the person necessarily that I'm talking about, but what it is that comes after it. So if it's whose car is fast, or whose house is big, or whatever comes after the whose, make the cuyo, cuya, cuyas, cuyos agree with that word. Okay, those are some relative pronouns for you. Hopefully this makes sense. I know it's not too of an exciting topic. Make sure to let me know if you have any questions or if something isn't making sense here. And subscribe for more and leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks.